Congaree National Park, here we come.
Woohoo! We're ready.
8.5 hours, supposed to be 95 there. Let's check it out. Big beech tree. This is Donovan's muck. It's 8 foot deep. That's what they say anyway. I think we're going to throw her over and see if it's 8 foot.
Stop it.
A big bald cypress, and these are the knees that come up all around. It's part of the tree root system. Water tupelo with swelled up trunks from the floods. Kind of like me, I swell up sometimes too. There's a bunch of them swelled up in this area. Reminds me of when I go to the smorgasbord. It's called switch cane. And it changed from here, which looked like floods and not much, just that muck, to this area. It has all this switch cane, which is related to the sugar cane, which reminds me of the dessert area at the smorgasbord. Dead trees like that one is called a snag. A lot of insects live. Oh, they're leaving me. So the trees in this area average over 130 feet tall. Shoo-wee. Look at that one. We decided to go off the boardwalk trail for a minute. We're taking the Westin Lake Trail. You can dive in.
He's coming out.
Coming out to get you. This one's got a lot of woodpecker marks in it. Wonder if Woody lives here.
Believe how brown the water is.
It's a turtle. It's hard to pick up with the camera from this distance, but there's a turtle right there. Wow, that dead tree is way taller. It's probably not a championship tree now because it's dead, but it is super big. This is a loblolly pine tree. I'm not zoomed in right now at all. We're not sure this is the champion one, the biggest one right now, but it's pretty big. Back to the boardwalk trail, out of the wilderness. This is a Westin lake and an alligator. Huh. Hey, little turtle. Hey, little turtle. These are miniature palmettos. South Carolina is the palmetto state, named after the palmetto trees. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but you get it. They're hardy below freezing.
By a spider.
There's an old bootlegger's moonshine still from the Prohibition era. In 1989, Hurricane Hugo came through, and the tornadoes from Hurricane Hugo did big damage to this part of the national forest, which is why there's so much sunlight through here. There's not the big trees, the big canopies. A lot of them went down.
Yeah, I think this one's slightly.
I think this one's bigger than that one. What kind of snake is it?
Orange bottomed, scale back.
I think it's
Rat snake.
one that crawls. This area, they recently did a controlled burn to help with the forest regrowth and help to keep from larger forest fires from happening. The loblolly pine actually says, from what I've read, doesn't burn unless it gets really hot. And then once it gets really hot, it doesn't want to stop burning. And this big loblolly pine here was part of that. And the Forest Service had to cut it in half and make sure it was out on the inside. Look at the rings of this downed pine tree. All the stories it tells, the floods, the fires, the droughts, all the different years. So back during slavery, the slaves that escaped would hide in places, and then it was well known they hid in these forests. And the dense forest and the twisted vegetation made great places for them to hide and keep away. Well, we lost Shannon, but we think the squirrels might know where she is because they collect the nuts. Oh!